All right. First thing I'm going to say, it's been a long couple of years for us DC fans, us DC enthusiasts. The world of comic book movie fandom and criticism has not been kind. Whether that's, justified or not. All right. I think the least we can say is it's been a rough couple of years. But with DC fandom right around the corner, T minus 11 days and all the hype that's building up, all of a sudden people are looking forward to DC fandom because it's what it's been advertising. It promises a unique experience, and I really hope that all of you out there at least check it out. We're at home. I'm at home right now. That's what I'm going to be doing all day, and I hope everyone does the same. A lot of good stuff on there. Welcome. My name is Gio. I am the DC enthusiast, uh, name given to me by my podcasting circle. I'll get into that later. But this is my podcast where I discuss everything DCEU related. I'm a big fan of the movies, the cinematic universe. Uh, Zack Snyder has just, in my humble opinion, he's killed it. He has absolutely killed it. And I know some of you out there are like, oh yeah, he killed the DC universe. Well, no, not in my opinion. Okay. I really love what he's done with these characters, particularly Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman and Aquaman. It's all of them. All of them. I absolutely enjoyed what he has done with these characters. And in future podcast episodes, I will get into all of that, but this podcast will mainly focus on the DC Cinematic Universe, as I've just said. I look, I'm not gonna lie. I am not somebody who read a lot of the comics growing up. All right, I didn't even have comics. Sorry, my parents thought they were stupid, so they kept that out of our hands. But you know what? I did grow up with the Batman animated series, the classic one. Some of the Batman movies as well. Um, the Fox X Men series. I know a lot of you remember that one. That was just fantastic, and the Spider Man as well. So my introduction to comics, comic book characters, came through television and movies. I do read some comics from time to time. Old Man Logan, I finished that recently. That was just amazing. I mean, Logan, wow, just yeah, what talk about a send off for a character on screen until he returns again in a couple of years, of course. But yeah, so the DC enthusiast, where did that name come from? So over the years, I've been a part of a YouTube channel podcast, video podcast, Apocalypse Movies. You can check us out. I'll leave a link below the comments. But over the years, we have covered a lot of comic book movies. I mean, this is the golden age of comic books, the genre. It's been, I'd say, 15 years of just mostly greatness, and I'm amazed still to this day at just what the genre is able to achieve. And there's plenty more to come. This genre will not die. It's not going away anytime soon, so long as filmmakers are allowed to continue pushing the boundaries, which Warner Brothers is finally letting their filmmakers do with the Snyder Cut. And again, you're going to hear a lot of Snyder Cut in future episodes. You're going to hear a lot about the DCEU. But anyways, so my podcast buddies and myself, we've been covering the comic book movie genre. Now, as I've said earlier, it's been a rough couple of years for us DC enthusiasts out there. Okay. Anytime there was an announcement of a movie coming, yeah, we're excited. Great. And then you don't hear about it for a couple more years. Oh, it's still in development, blah blah blah, this and that. Yeah, we know by now that Warner Brothers, at least the old regime, they very reactionary, and it has come back to bite them in more ways than one. But yeah, so I would always be the excited one in the group about DC, updates, their movies, their trailers. I remember there was a long span between 2017 November and December of 2018 where the only movie that came out was Aquaman. And anytime Aquaman was talked about, I was looking forward to it. I love the casting of Jason Momoa's Aquaman, and I would always talk about it with such enthusiasm and excitement. Hence, the DC enthusiast. That's what they gave me. That was the nickname that they gave me, the DC enthusiast. And at first, I was just like, okay, whatever. Yeah, you guys are just poking fun. I mean, yeah, you're right, but I mean, come on, DC enthusiasts, what do you have to be excited about, really? But over the last couple of years, I just rolled with the name, and then I want to say it was the Man of Steel watch party where they announced Zack Snyder's Justice League. Something awoke inside me, I all of a sudden I just got rejuvenated again because again, I am a big fan of Zack Snyder's DC movies. I love them. I don't care how much hate they get. All right, if it didn't work out for you, that's fine. I'm not gonna criticize you or take it personal. But I personally enjoy these movies, and I think my enthusiasm it gets a little contagious, because people I've been told they enjoy how much I enjoy these movies, and they all of a sudden are looking a little bit forward to these movies, the Snyder Cut. If anything, just to have a conversation about whether the movie worked or not, to take that viewing experience even further beyond the movie, where you can go out there, whether it's in the real world and converse with friends over a couple beers, or go on a chat, an online chat, or a comment section, and just conversate. I enjoy those things, especially if there's two different points of view, two different opinions. To me, that's not a bad thing. They I grew up being told that all movies are subjective. Art is subjective, and I truly believe that. That's definitely a statement that has stood the test of time, and there's a plethora of examples. But anyways, the DC enthusiast, a name given to me. I didn't come up with myself. That all goes to my podcasting buddies at Apocalypse Movies. So this first one is just a really intro and a welcome. I want to let you guys know that I will be streaming a lot come DC Fandom on August 22nd. I cannot wait. I think this will be the event of the year, hands down, for sure. I know Comic Con at home kind of got a bad rap. A lot of people didn't really tune in. Those that did weren't really impressed. But what I'm seeing so far with this DC Fandom, I think it's going to be just incredible. And I'm going to need a lot of coffee, a lot of energy drinks, because I might very well stay up the whole 24 hours at the event. Look at the Twitter handle, DC Enthusiast. I live for this stuff. I'm so excited. And I think next podcast I'm gonna do my bold predictions because I got some really bold predictions coming. All right. I'll just tease you right now and say you have not seen the last of Henry Cavill as Superman. Obviously, he's coming back in Justice League Snyder Cut. But I think we're gonna get a lot more of him in the next couple of years. I'm gonna go into that next podcast. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, for pressing play, for watching the video 10 seconds longer than you said you would. I really do appreciate it. My name is Gio Ramos. You guys can follow me on Twitter at the DC DC underscore enthusiasts. Notice all caps right there, DCEU. I love that. You guys can also find me on here on YouTube. Please subscribe if you are a DC fan. Even if you're not a DC fan, subscribe. Let's have conversations. Okay. I live for that kind of stuff. And if you guys really do appreciate my enthusiasm and my love for movies, despite all the hatred, give me a like. I really do appreciate that. Anyways, this is the DC Enthusiast podcast. I also have an audio version, I believe, going on Anchor. But I wanted to just say a welcome, say thank you, and tune in. DC Fandom's coming, and so are DC Enthusiasts. Thank you so much.